I am just looking for people to be passionate about this work that we do. This is the most exciting desk job in the world.
I'm Stephanie Paterik, editor-in-chief of The Current, and we have a very special guest in the studio today. This is Maggie Malek. She is CEO of Crispin, and we are recording in Cannes 2025, which is pretty exciting.
Yes, it's awesome.
So I love your career trajectory because you started as an account coordinator. You are now CEO. From your perspective, what is the benefit of that breadth of experience?
Yeah, so I've been at the agency for 17 years. I actually started as a copywriter on the social team. I love creativity. I love how social gives you this amazing landscape to play. From there, I joined the account team, eventually ran the strategy team. I never thought I was going to be a CEO, but I got promoted just in time for the pandemic. My background is actually military too, so I was in the military before that. I think that being a CEO who was a practitioner gives me the benefit of understanding the environment that we need to create for our people to do amazing work. The freedom that they need, the processes that can give them that freedom, but also understanding deeply like the business of creativity and how it is we stay true to what we need to do while focusing on things like culture and sales and clients all at the same time.
Yeah, and I love that you're not that far removed from that experience. So I think the brand of Crispin is so associated with creativity.
Yes.
What creative trends are you excited about right now?
The thing that I'm really, really excited about in terms of creative trends, and honestly the reason, I learned about Crispin when I was in college. So when I was in PR school learning to be a writer, I heard all about Crispin, and it was like these wild misfits who were using creativity to solve business problems. So Crispin was never about just making ads. Crispin was about, okay, how do I figure out what's going on with this business and create tangible products that show up creatively in the world to solve problems? So you think about Domino's and the pizza tracker. That was not an ad-like object. That was a technology solution to a business problem for Domino's. So what I'm seeing with a lot of the brands we work with, whether it's Samsung now, DSW, Target, is like we as a creative industry have to get back to that idea of, yes, wonderful, amazing, groundbreaking, outrageous work. And also at the same time, how are we making sure that that work is solving a real business problem?
Yeah, do you feel like that has shifted within the industry? Because I know sometimes the knock on Cannes is that it so celebrates the creativity, but sometimes that award-winning work doesn't actually drive the business. Like, do you feel like those two things are coming closer together?
I hope so, yeah. I really think that both things can be true. When you think about what AI can do in terms of automating the boring bits of the business, that allows your creatives so much more space and time to come up with the big, amazing ideas, because they're not spending the time doing 300 versions of a Facebook ad. You can potentially use a tool for that. So in my mind, AI is a tool that releases us to come up with these big, creative, amazing ideas. We shouldn't get away from that, right? Like at the end of the day, we are human beings, and human beings love nuance and feeling and magic, and that is what our teams do. AI is a tool that enables that. It can't replicate it, and I see that coming closer together, and so I hope that celebration of great creativity never goes away.
That's so interesting, because we've talked a lot, I think, in the industry about the importance of authenticity with, say, influencer marketing.
Oh, totally.
And this idea that we have that radar for, what looks like it was written by ChatGPT as well.
Yes. A lot of M dashes. If we have many M dashes, it's probably AI.
I love an M dash.
So do I. So all of us who are writers are very sad about this.
I know. Final question for you. What do you need from the talent of the future?
That's a really great question. We have two young lady creatives here, Haley and Kendall, and they are competing in the Young Lion competition for Team US. And I'm not gonna tear up, but they're amazing. And they are so passionate about what they do, and they're so curious, and they have no problem asking our CCO a million questions about what is the best print layout. I think for the next generation of leaders, like the world is changing really fast. There's a lot going on in our industry, but also like outside in the world, and like being curious, wanting to learn new things, having less ego at the same time as you have more ego. Like I am just looking for people to be passionate about this work that we do, you know, like this is the most exciting desk job in the world. And we get to sit at tables with brands who maybe have 400,000 to 1 million employees and are coming to us for help to figure out really big and meaty problems. And like, I think that's so cool, you know? And one of the things that we talk a lot about in Crispin is like, we really want to leave the advertising world better than we found it. So that means, how do we use the tools to make things easier for our team? But how do we also continue to create great work that is meaningful in some way? We as an industry have an incredible responsibility to the world because we do control messaging that is put out there.
Oh, that makes a ton of sense. Maggie, this has been such an inspiring 5 minutes. I really appreciate you stopping by the studio in the middle of a very busy Cannes.
Yes, we love it. Thank you.